Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. Our HEL Season 7 has been beaten, it is over, it's been a good run. Time for a post-mortem, but definitely not now, because now it is about time. We're gonna work our way through the backlog, starting with this very match here, and this replay file has piqued my curiosity. The replay was simply named WTF. So naturally I had to click it, and the two players in question are this time forfeiting his traditional black trunks in favor of campaign red, spawning as Germany. It is gonna be the man, the legend, the RAGL admin, the 015 track record on my channel. It is PointOne. He hasn't won a single match here, and he's probably intent on changing that. And his opponent, Masters player with a name that sounds like the sound you make when you exhale because all your plans have backfired spectacularly. It is Upps. This time playing as You Drunk. Alright, You Drunk also spawning as Russia. There we go. Map is Forgotten Plains. And yeah, what can we say? This map has been played a lot and I still like it a lot. One of the best that has come out of this season so far. Also, RHL Season 7, the end boss hasn't been beaten. That's all I'm gonna say. Watch the finals if you haven't just yet. While this is going on, classic double ref build, it appears to be the case for You Drunk. And a Ranger, War Factory rush for PointOne. First little scuffle. Ooh, this engineer might find himself on the very wrong end of a pointy stick. And the gun, luckily pulls him back just in time. Survives so now. Okay, and he's going for some Derrick pressure as Upps, that is interesting. Double ref strategy. And here comes the War Factory, which is just gonna mean either a Ranger light tank or insane eco-scaling. Let's see which one of those two it's gonna be. It's gonna be a Ranger indeed, okay. So, just trying to cull some of the infantry. Curb it a little bit, little manpower bleed. And that's probably gonna be like a flag track answer. Out in a moment's notice. And the field pressure for now, ooh, that should have been a light tank to be honest, because the Ranger right now doesn't cut it versus mortar rifles. That is one of the major counters to having a Ranger out. If you know your opponent has that, just clump your infantry like this. A Ranger can't engage into this, it can only provide line of sight support. And You Drunk getting 3 Derricks out of 4 so far, so a pretty good hustle for him. 3 ore trucks here, and... oh no. Oh no, don't tell me this is what it's gonna be. Oh, triple ref move out. Mass infantry. We know where this is headed. This is gonna be the classic all-in. We've seen it before. Upps wants to make it work. There is a Ranger out though, so he might easily scout this. If you manage to intercept. He's going for a very sneaky route. The MCV has been hidden away in a corner just nicely. Is he gonna get 4 out of 4 Derricks? Please don't tell me that's gonna be the case. There's now gonna be a service depot patching up the Ranger as well. Yeah, I should scout this, honestly. No matter where he moves out, like the odds are like 95% is gonna find this. Yeah, Ranger. No, come on. Move your Ranger, my friend. He's a bit too scared right now of the infantry pressure, but Rangers are so mobile. There is no real reason to be afraid. Playing it very smartly, Upps is just hiding away in a corner and is also not going immediately deep. Oh my goodness, it hasn't been revealed just yet. There's gonna be a base surprise popping up. Right up in this bitch. This is gonna be nasty. Okay, at least killed the engineer, so it's gonna be 3 or 1 Derricks. Not the end of the world just yet. Uh-oh. Right, now we can observe Pillbox versus Flame Tower matchup. And let's just say it's horribly one-sided. Flame Towers do surprising amounts of damage to... staggering amounts of damage, I'd say, to heavy armor. Considering their cost is like 600, they're good against infantry. And good against moving targets. So, yeah. Not good against moving targets, though. Alright, goalies have been pulled. Is this already it? Come on. This would be a disappointment. Harvesting some dead corpses, let's go. Yeah, very much worthwhile. Too bad you can't get a bounty on harvesting corpses. Okay, turret is going to be overwhelmed by the sheer amount of pressure here. Jeez Louise. PointOne already forced to relocate. He's lost most of his mining spots. He's got a little bit of time left here. A little bit of gas left in the tank. There is 4 harvesters on a patch for now. Jeez crap. Oh my goodness. I mean, to be fair, there's not much eco for You Drunk. Oh, he needs to queue the mass pillbox. Maybe a backline capture could help him. He still has the engineer. He could actually go for a capture onto the main base. Oh, War Factor needs to be sold off. Out come the flamers. What's cooking? Good looking. I dig, I dig. At least he sees the army move out. So, apparently, Upps is having an inkling that this can't be everything. There still has to be something left in another corner. Smartly pulling the army with the ranger. There is a medium. Ah, there's the medium. Alright, just trying to get some eco-harassment done. That's very smart. The flamers from the backlines can immediately dispatch of barracks. Ooh, very sexy. Very sexy play, but without a frontliner, it's gonna be a bit desperate. There is still another barracks here for PointOne, who's just a couple seconds shy of coming up with a pillbox. Okay. Yeah, he noticed it. The ore truck has been dislodged, but it's alright. Medium tank should be dealt with easily. Down she goes. Oh yeah, this is... Yeah, no surprise this is called WTF. We're gonna have the good old switcheroo here, huh? There's gonna be U-Drunk mining from the original ore patch, and PointOne was forced to relocate onto onto his natural expansion. Immediately needs to hot queue like 200 barracks or something, 200 barracks and pillboxes. Alrighty, the ranger is still alive, even though it's not of much use right now because it's very low health. It's also containing an engineer. That might be a win condition. Looking at the main base, it is pretty undefended. What is supposed to be the main base, right? Okay. So, counter reverse base push. Is this gonna be the reverse sweep? I doubt it. It's so hard to push your way through flame towers fortified with infantry. It's just not worth it usually most of the time. You're better advised waiting for your artillery to hit the field. Maybe just get the range over line of sight support in. Also, like, there's the ever-looming threat of Tesla coils. Oh, he's walling off. That is brilliant. Wait, that's PointOne's wall. What are you doing? You are helping Upps here. What? Excusez-moi? Right, now that's Upps' wall. An eye for an eye, a wall for a wall, as they used to say. Okay, the ore truck is tanking some fire. That's some sexy play right there. I dig, I dig. This is already good. This is already so stupid it might actually work. Nope. Triple bunker threat is enough to push this back. Plus medics. That's not too bad right now. Medics were a smart investment. Is gonna keep some of his boys alive there. Yeah, this harvester, a bit too deep. Was a good idea initially, but he overcommitted. Oh, PointOne has managed to relocate to the natural of Upps, who is, by the way, still on one Conyard. He's got the Tesla coil out now. Well, is that actually gonna work for him? Look, he's on 3 harvesters. 3 harvesters versus 6? Yeah, PointOne actually is having a chance at a comeback here. Alright. Down goes the War Factory. He didn't go for the Crush Orders. Crush Orders would have been very smart there. Finally, we're seeing some wall play, like, throughout the entirety of RHL, outside of Ganon, occasionally building walls with... I've sorely missed wall play, because it can be so effective. That's War Factory out for PointOne again. He's immediately being taken under siege there. Gonna lose one of his ore trucks. Ooh, the second one not dying just yet. Righty. But I think he needs to give up the main base. There is no holding this anymore. Tesla coil is gonna chip away at the infantry ever so slowly. Man, what a game. Raider Dome is now out for Upps. I dig, I dig. Okay, he can hold this. That's a good concave, but ultimately it's not gonna be enough to push through this, especially with the pillboxes popping up like mushrooms. It's a good old pillbox forest. Oh, that's a very smart disposition of infantry. That's gonna cost a couple of light tanks. Yeah, obviously, PointOne is forced into going light tanks because he doesn't have a service depot just yet. What is he producing right there? Another refinery that's looking to be the comeback play for him. Smart. Oh, he's also got the engineer. Yes, do it. He can easily recapture the oil derrick. Yeah, he's doing it. So that's gonna net him a 2 and 2 equalizer in terms of derricks. And if PointOne can manage to push onto the main base, there is nothing much defending it. Mass infantry is being rallied, but obviously he doesn't have heavy armor to fortify anything. Because the Conyard is here, his only Conyard. Service depot is now out, there are V2s coming online. So eventually, if he gets a Yak, then Upps can do some really good work here, because he can eventually dislodge this. Being forced into light tanks is just no fun. No bueno. Please no, not like this. Okay, so PointOne is relocating. I think that was a bit premature. Right now he could have still held for a bit, but it's alright. You can maybe take this back here. Take these eco lines back. Man, light tanks, feels bad, man. Can we get an F in chat? Alrighty, so I think the best option would be a push onto the eco lines, but not from the north, because this is going to be the expected angle. Rather going around the woods here and parking yourself inside the ore patch. Okay, you know it's a good match when the civilians are sent headfirst into the bunkers. Well, so that's a distinct advantage here for Upps, because he's on double tech. And conversely, PointOne still on base tech. Oh, yeah, I'm just not seeing it right now. Okay, that was some very good crushes. Excuse me? The light tanks actually did some heavy lifting there. Who would have seen that one coming? Look at the trail of dead bodies. Oh boy. That's more dead bodies here than the Oregon Trail. Holy crap. Okay, with that out of the way, he can't push it. Oh, wait, the barracks got kicked, so there is no more defending this at all. So if PointOne plays it decisively here, he can end the game. Okay, the V2s are going deep. Trying to snipe the Derrick, that's smart. Just deny as much eco as you can. He's going for both the Derricks at the same time, but is suffering heavy losses due to the multitasking. Oh no, there's the hard counter. Light tank closing in. Who would have thought? Who would have thought PointOne had the forethought to incorporate light tanks? Kappa Pride. Oh! The safety of the Tesla coil range has been reached. Alright. Two V2s survive for now. That's good. He should have been a bit more active with the Yak. Yak right now has just been circling above the airfield. Just wasting a bit of fuel, but then again, it's Soviet taxpayer... not taxpayer money, you know what I mean. It's the money of the people. Who cares? Oh no. Don't give PointOne helis. Like, look, listen. PointOne is a good player. HINDs are a good unit, but historically his track record with HINDs has been... Let's just put it that way. He wields HINDs just about as gracefully as the Germans do wield humor. That's the best approximation I can give you there. And revoking his license wouldn't do anything, because that would imply that he had a license to begin with. Alright, let's see. Let's see how this is gonna go for him. Hey, there's a couple camos deployed. Nice chunk under the Conyard. And this should be the entire main base eco lines down. Medics have actually done some good heals here. Done a number. Conyard is very low. Wait, he went after the V2s. Very good. So the pushing power for now is stalled. He needs to get the left side refinery. That's just a freebie. Come on, accept the gifts that have been offered to you, that have been bestowed upon you by the OpenRA gods. The Conyard is allowed to heal up. There's now a couple helis out and flak truck transition. Yeah. So Upps has immediately reacted. Harvester going for some monster trucking. I dig. I love me some good old monster trucking. And there is critical mass. If it just combines his army there and pushes onto the main base, there is nothing stopping this. PointOne's got this in his pockets. Now, question is, does Upps have a comeback play lined up? What's he going for right now? More V2s, more Teslas. Fair enough. Well, the Harvester's got caught mid-migration. Harvester migration has been successfully denied thus far. This is going to be a bit tricky for Upps, because either he circumnavigates this, or... Oh no. Oh! PointOne, please no! Please. Don't give this man tier 2. Please kill his radar dome so you can save him from himself. Deny his radar dome. So, if you want to play against PointOne and you want to win, don't deny his radar. Let him sink all his money into HINDs. And then let them crash out of the skies. Okay, eco denied here. Let's see what's the eco situation like. 4, 6. He's got a potential 2 or 3 more harvesters here. Yeah, he's kicked all the mainline eco. So, all things considered, he's slightly ahead, but he's got so much more real estate. Ooh. Oh no. V2 Yak combo. Easy kill on the Conyard. Yeah. There we go. There we go. He should kill the Husk anyway. He's got enough ammo left, right? He should have enough ammo. There, yeah. Immediately. Oh, nice snipe here. Trading 1 for 1, but we're this far ahead. It's alright. This massive army can easily kill. He should start from the south and work his way towards north. Yeah, right now, Upps is just struggling. It's like trailing 8k. Combat stats. What is this? Hey, he actually killed more. The north side push. Honestly, not a good timing because there's so much infantry, but that's nothing he could know without scouting. And scouting, not his forte, not with HINDs. Scouting with HINDs is a bit tricky sometimes. Because if you go too deep, you've overcommitted and HINDs have a terrible turn rate, as well as being very fragile to flak trucks, so yeah. So it was risky. It's a nice little unforgotten plains. We've got the Tesla Coil Woods. I like that, that's a good old classic. Alright, this Conyard is toast. He also needs to move the light tanks up just to deny any chance of escaping. Never mind, Upps ain't gonna escape anywhere. He ain't gonna go nowhere. Eco down, Conyard down. The power play. Oh, there's tier 3. Alright. Alright, might that be a comeback play? Let's see. Couple raids. Hey, he's gonna try and raid the eco. Surprise, motherfucker, there ain't no eco. There ain't nothing to be had here. I really like the 3-prong that he's doing right there. Oh, and power out. Little shortage of power supply. I think with a good concave, PointOne can easily take this engagement. Should not waste his light tanks, maybe. But other than that, he's going to be in a great position. He doesn't need to overcommit into the base. Tesla tanks, alright. Well, PointOne's got the HINDs, but then again it's PointOne wielding the HINDs, so I don't know if that's an appropriate counter. Time will tell, comrade. Comrade Chairman, time will tell. This army, if it can get north, it can get some serious critical damage done onto the eco. As per usual. Oh yeah, there's also service depot now, and tech center. Tier 3 has been achieved. Oh, it has been scouted. That must be a spy plane. Yeah, that's about the spy plane radius. So good hustle. Immediately scouting that there's something here. Iron Curtain is up. All right. So if he can hold, maybe a couple IC pushes. By the way, that is because of the fog of war thing. And that's not a bug. That's an intended feature. The Tesla coils still think that there is a camo pillbox hidden somewhere. It's entrenched very deeply. Oh no. No! Who lets him build longbows? Not like this! Great kiting with the flag from Upps. Oh lord. The entire air fleet went down from PointOne. That was just about what I expected from him. Well, at least he's got some good eco up. Maybe relocating to the top right side and taking this war would be a viable option now. Well, you know what? Just like this, so let's do an eco count again. The assets have evened up. It's even PointOne slightly ahead now. So just a couple poor trades facilitated by the HINDs and the longbows. It's usually the other way around. You want to trade up if you're wielding HINDs. Oh my lord. Yeah, flags just murder artilleries, flags murder longbows, flags murder HINDs. So the entirety of tier 2 from allies is being denied by a dirt cheap tier 1 unit, not PointOne unit. So that's kind of how the balance dynamic goes. Ooh, Iron Curtain has been fired. He's at least gonna get some RTs. Not too bad. Maybe he can get a couple crushes as well. It's also just gonna force a retreat and reposition. So, pretty good timing there. Oh, that's what I was talking about on the right-hand side. Most of the ore trucks are gonna go down, or at least gonna have to be forced into migrating. No more flak trucks though, he could have retained the flak, that's alright. can stay and trade. You can stay and trade indeed. What? What is this what has this Coneyard been doing? What the actual fuck? He was maybe forced into relocating and got himself into a slightly compromised position. What is this game? Okay, I've casted so many RHL games and they're always so straightforward. And now just having one of those whack-ass games where people just throw random shit at each other without any rhyme, reason, or structure, and I love it. It's just so much more enjoyable than watching like meta plays. Clusterfucks are kind of... that's just my jam, baby. A nuke silo, right? He's on one base, but he's got a nuke silo. So there's that. And instead of rebuilding his econ, he's banking it all in this little vault. That is his vault that is gonna bankroll him and save the game. Oh, Tanya! Well, Tanya's in a slightly compromised position, so it was nice knowing you. Come on. Ah, there we go. Well, without flak truck supports, the longbows actually could have done some, did do something there. That is very solid. He's transitioning back into V2s, is Upps. Also, the switcheroo has been complete. I forgot to mention, we did a complete, the complete 180 reverse kickflip sweep, sweeperoo. That is insane. On Burning Plains, that's a map that's so large. What are the odds that you're gonna do a complete base swap? What the hell? This is starting to look more and more like one of those StarCraft Bronze League Heroes matches. Nah, in all fairness, in all due fairness, it's been a really entertaining match already. Alright, artilleries are being hunted down. Oh, no. Flak kiting is just too strong. Don't do that. Don't do that. Alright, basically retains one longbow on a sliver of health. I want to see the combat. Yeah, it's like 20k traded up in combat. It's like that was completely unnecessary and unwarranted. You need to play so safe, especially against someone who is wielding flak trucks well, like Upps is. You need to play so safe with Air Force, with Allied Air Force. I mean, granted, with Soviets too. With Soviets it's easier because all you need to know is you don't stick around when there is build radius, because there's always going to be the threat of an anti-air gun popping up. Against Soviets it's much trickier. Okay, that's probably an Iron Curtain formation here, is it? Harvesters are gonna soak some damage. Hey, this longbow is allowed to chip some damage in as well. Right, good hustle. And a nice little eco raid. How is Upps coming back from this? I swear, this was beyond over for PointOne, but that's not the first time he's done that. He's pretty good. Oh, okay, he's probably gonna go for the Coneyard. Oh, hello there. He's targeting the tech center. Is the Iron Curtain timer... isn't it gonna time out before that? There is no chronosphere. Walls and sandbags could stop the pathing, but it's too late. It is too late indeed. The tech center is going down in 2 missiles. And those guys have definitely, yeah, lived to serve their purpose. What am I watching? No! Don't just randomly move in with longbows. Ah, it pains me to see. Because longbows are such expensive and fragile units, and losing them willy-nilly is terrible. Each longbow is an MCV's worth of army assets. Just picture that. Longbows cost you 2k. That is not exactly a bargain. Alright, there's some threat onto the radar dome. Oh, that was all rockets and all move command. Bad timing? Conversely, we're having some very bad timing issues for the MCV here as well. Ah! Last longbow down. Oh no. Going this many rockets is bad against Tesla tanks. Tesla tanks can out-kite you for days, like, and also they're light armor, so they basically take no damage from that. Oh no, the service depot gotta go down as well. Really, we're seeing a complete tech sweep? We are seeing a complete tech sweep. Last shot too. What the hell? Okay, real talk. Dumpster fire doesn't even do it justice if I call this a dumpster fire. Like, that would imply that other parts of the map are not on fire. This is, everything is on fire. The floor is on fire. This is, the eruption of the volcano at Pompeii. You know, this is like everything's on fire. Oh boy. How many harvesters are left for .1? 1, 2, 3. It's got decent eco left. He just needs to stop sacrificing his hinds. Is it like a ritual sacrifice? I'm not sure. It's like, is he in one of those cults that just thrive on sacrificing aircraft? All right. The Yak is gonna provide some life. Shockies. Yeah. Fully charged. But I also have some shock action. Also, the A-bomb is 2 minutes shy of coming online. Alright, so this gives me time to tell you guys an actual real-life story from Soviet Russia. Not Soviet Russia, regular Russia, you know. Same thing. So, I was hitchhiking in back when I had a Russian girlfriend a couple of years back. We were hitchhiking near Chelyabinsk, and there was this farmer who I think was a remote acquaintance of my girlfriend, of my back then girlfriend, and he took us, you know, we just visited him on his farm, and in his backyard he all of a sudden, he shows us his backyard, and he has a random military helicopter there. Like, I can't confirm whether that was an actual hind or anything, I don't know, but there was an actual broken military helicopter, completely destroyed, and apparently there had been a wreckage. There had been like a military exercise, and the Russian government, for some reason, like usually you'd think they would immediately recover everything. They would recover all their military assets after a crash, and apparently there was an exercise, live fire exercise or something, that something went wrong with the helicopter. The pilot ejected and booked it, and then apparently this thing never got recovered, at least according to the farmer. Which is a very weird story, because you would think that the Russian government, it would be very much in the Russian government's interest to recover that, right? But yeah, that's at least the story that the farmer told us about it. And I thought that was really Russian. Very core Russian experience. Okay, pushing on to the north. Oh, the flak trucks. Yeah, these hinds are mincemeat. In true traditional .1 fashion, not pulling them back. Oh, what is happening? Yeah, as chat is saying here, another switcheroo would be awesome. Can we see another base switch? Base swap now. Is the iron curtain up? Yep. He could easily just curtain the Tesla coil, but doesn't feel like he needs to right now. I mean, both the players have half the map, so it's alright. The artilleries are still alive, technically. And a lot of steel has been hammering down on the Soviet forces. Oh, good squishes. That was a very expensive crushing cell. And just like that, .1 taking back the bottom right. Oh, the nuke! Oh my, it could have been worse, but at the same rate, it destroyed an army. And the MCV survives just to top, just as a nice little cherry topping this madness. Double kill! Iron Curtain Tesla tanks, nothing to scoff at. Oh man. That's a secondary war factory, so it's alright if that dies. To be fair, Upps has been playing it fast and loose with his aircraft too. It's just that .1 has shown such disregard for the lives of his pilots, it's actually funny. Definitely more of a macro-centric player usually. And, I mean, hinds, to be fair, are really tricky to wield. Oh boy. I'm loving it. Whatever the hell it is that I'm just watching, I'm loving it. Okay. Upps is trying to contest the bottom right, but there is a lot of tanks right now. And if he builds a barracks, he should go back up to tier 3. That would have been... Oh! His build queue is empty. Right. Yak killing an O-truck, that's dedication. Those little pellets that he's throwing at the harvester eventually killed it. Ooh, that's a sizable air fleet. Why though? Oh lord. If only Upps had pressed the stop key. I feel like there was a distinct lack of a stop command here. Yet, .1 still wants to go deeper. To be fair, those HINDs had no business living, but Upps also messed up. He should have pressed the stop key just to acquire targets. Oh no. Oh no. Never mind. Down goes the air fleet. And the legend continues. Why? Oh, I can't contain it anymore. This is hilarious. Well, 6 minutes 50 until the second nuke hits. So if that actually goes through, PointOne is on 1 base. He does have all the eco. Oh no, he's gonna be on 0 bases. Not like this. At least he's a service depot. So now his primary concern is not only getting his float, cutting down his float, not only producing an army, but also getting 2 bases back up. Because he's standing at a real risk of losing everything there. Ooh. And to be honest, Upps has been playing fast and loose with the Yaks too, but he's just retained more of them. Look at this, he's got 7 Yaks out. As opposed to the 0 HINDs. Because let's engage into flak trucks, it's gonna be fun, right? Man, I would not want to serve as an aircraft pilot or as a helicopter pilot in PointOne's army for a single minute. Doesn't matter how much they're gonna pay me. I'm out. I'm bailing. Jeez Louise. He's committing so hard into killing the Coneyard. Does he have enough? Ah, yeah, those tanks should... No, tangle up on the wreckage. No! Oh, the last Zook shot. Not finishing it off. Not quite. I can't even see the health bar. Well, what an adequate dumpster fire. This was just the overture, I guess. Still though, like, let's look at the assets. It's looking like PointOne still... he's got a 10k bank. Oh wow, but it's 30k done. 30k! Doesn't look like 30k to me. To be fair, it's mostly static D and aircraft. How many aircraft there is? Yeah, the aircraft fleet is gonna be a problem, because there is no way of reliably protecting your ore refineries when there's no build radius for an anti-air gun. So I think going for an anti-air gun would be PointOne's most prudent move. It's going tech center. Tech center pillbox. Yeah. And only 1 Coneyard, so still putting all his eggs in 1 basket. What is this? Let's do an eco check. 6 harvesters, 7. Yeah, no, the eco's alright. And on the other side, we've got 1. Wait, we've got technically 4 harvesters because those 2 are on a dead patch. Okay. So it's all a matter of timing, but I honestly think that PointOne still has an avenue back into the game after all of this. He just needs to stop the A-bomb, really. Ooh, the game sense, the map reading here. He's, Upps is sensing an attack from the north. It's been too quiet in the south for a long time. My lord. Hey, he's got two HINDs back up. Let's see how long those are gonna last. Let's do a count, shall we? Dead. And Omega dead. Alright. That was like 15 seconds. Approximately. That's gonna be like the profession with the highest mortality rate in the entire CNC universe. Like, you could be a Tiberium farmer, like hand-plucking Tiberium, and you would still have a lower mortality rate than a PointOne helicopter pilot. What the hell? I'm celebrating this match. I'm celebrating this a bit too much, probably, but holy shit. Holy shit, where is this going? Well, the tech's there. Man, this is so nasty. Mobile flags have both the line of sight and the range to outrange not mediums, but light tanks. So against light tanks, this is super annoying. You're just getting fired at from out of fog of war. All he needs to do right now is snipe all the refineries and deny any and all chances of a comeback, because there is 1 Coneyard out for PointOne. No, 2. There's the second. Also, mobile radar jammers don't exactly deflect Tesla zaps. This would have been smarter in an armor with more rocket soldiers. Right now, it doesn't do anything. The zapper, it does nothing. Okay, so good. The unit preservation on the Yaks was pretty good, so he's retained all of those and he's not built anymore. So despite him being slightly behind in the econ, Upps doesn't need to do anything with it. He's just kept his Yak flock alive. That's gonna allow him to snipe any and all buildings that venture to that he decides basically. You can basically decide which side of the map to delete. 1 minute and 40 seconds till the nuke. We're gonna see a second nuke. I'm calling it. Or PointOne's boss is gonna walk in like 2 seconds before the nuke hits. That's also an option. Okay, Tanya. Very little support for her right now. And there's also a murderous Yak flock out for your ass, for your pretty ass. So I'm not seeing it. The HINDs, 3 HINDs have been accumulated back up. 2, 1, and 0. Why? Why do you hate your aircraft so much? There's an iron curtain. Fortunately, nothing here can crush. Would have been scarier on the harvester, to be honest, because neither of these units can crush. That's a nice crushing formation from PointOne. Too bad he's not playing Soviets. So there is that. Now the Yaks, ruffling some feathers from the Yaks. 3 Yaks down. But still, how do you stop that? Top hand side, Tanya is still alive, together with a radar jammer in a very flimsy front line. Oh my goodness, how deep are we? We're 36 minutes deep. We need to go deeper. Man, line of sight support on Shakis. That's just wild. I mean, look, even if this army stays alive, it's gonna take him ages to push through all of this clusterfuck. All this tomfoolery here is not gonna help him much. He is gonna have to get a... What is the rocket density here? Oh no, the nuke. The nuke timer. It is bound to happen. The nuke of destiny. If it lands here or here, that's probably the best. Yeah, he's scouting as well. He is scouting for the nuke. Zapping the refinery. Yeah, he's going for the tech. That is brilliant. Wait! There is still 1v2 in cohabitation with the giant ant. Let's focus on the blast off. SPF 3000 as per usual. Killed the artilleries as well. That was very solid. Also setting the entire woods on fire. That is a bit too deep. Those artilleries have no business being here. Do we have... How many more HINDs can we see going down in this engagement? I mean, 2. There aren't anymore. Well, today I learned that frontliner, that artilleries don't make good frontliners. Quelle surprise, quelle surprise. Tesla tanks, they're going in a... Yeah, going in a wild goose chase. He's waiting for the iron curtain formation. Probably not even necessary, if we're being honest. But it's alright. It's alright, he's gonna stop the push reliably. The HINDs have survived for now. I'm not giving them much longer. 8 minutes until the 3rd nuke. Are we gonna see the 3rd one? Let's see. Let's find out. Yeah, right. The V2 still thinks that there is a refinery here. Which he has already killed 2 times over. Well, this time around, that's a better engagement for the HINDs. Defensively and without anti-air from Upps. Alright. Alright, so they managed to do some moderate damage there. Still not exactly worth their money. More flak tracks. If I were Upps in Upps' shoes, I would just go for a quadruple war factory now. What is he trying? Nah, just power. Seriously, quadruple war factory. And spam all the flak tracks. You've got the entire infantry, like, core of the army. All you need to do now is provide some protection, provide screening in the form of flags. Oh no, even in this engagement he's losing one. Rat-a-tat-tat goes the A-move HIND. It's not enough to kick him into low power. Upps has been floating up 700 power. Yeah, not happening anytime soon. Just putting it out there. That's gonna take a while. Also, just throwing away Yaks to camp the airfields is now a very viable solution. Not only do you trade 1 for 1 if you kill an aircraft on a, or if you kill a helicopter on an airfield, but you also damage the airfield because the explosion happens immediately. So the crash explosion. Wait, that's 2 HINDs on 1 airfield. Is the bug still not fixed? That is 3 HINDs on 1 airfield. That's like... that is a matryoshka. A matryoshka of HINDs stacked up on a helipad. That's some good old StarCraft Mutalisk stacking. Oh, I didn't know that was in the game. Ah! There she goes. Needs to kill the husk though. Because PointOne can simply build a mechanic. Does he have the bank though? He does. Barely. Can barely squeeze out a mechanic here. Man, what a wild game. But he's pushed so actually, this is going into low eco stages of the game. So he has pushed him into low econ mode, and he's also pushed him off the his natural expansion. Or what was supposed to be Upps' natural expansion. Were it not for the good old switcheroo. No. No, please. Please. You've got 8 HINDs now. PointOne? If you're gonna have to do the fireworks, please don't. At least make it worth our while. Come on, man. At least make them do some spectacular crash damage. If nothing else. Alright. He feels confident enough to go in. No, sir. No, sir. We need artillery and anti-air gun support if we want to deal with this. Heavies don't really cut it because there's Tesla tanks. No. No, 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 no. 1 down. Still 8 to go. Well, this time has repaired him. That's gonna keep him in combat 0.25 seconds longer. It's good hustle. Smart investment of your money. And this is divided. This is now divided a 50-50 map split. But the actual army value is way in the favor of Upps at that point. Oh no. Okay, at least he's pulling him back. That is the best play. Best honor play he could have made there. Sending him back, he's gonna lose a couple infantry. But that's alright. In the grand scheme of things, he's still in the game. As long as he keeps his HINDs alive and waits for the right moment to engage. That might be the right moment. Iron Curtain is timed out, but Upps is kiting back. Now, no. No, 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 no. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Not worth it. Just for a couple flak trucks, because flags are so cheap. It's 600 a pop. That definitely ain't gonna help him in the long. Oh no. 4 down. No, 5 down. The air fleet, it does nothing. I would honestly split them from the rest of the control group and just go for a hard like an MCV hunt. Try and find an unprotected MCV, refinery, power, anything to the likes of that. Yeah, you can see how much crashes due to airfields and helipads. They have the same stats, by the way. No! 1 more down. Alright, we're down to 4 HINDs. I think this is gonna be it. GG. Well, this game was not over 5 minutes ago. This was over like 20 minutes ago. It was over when he built Raider Dome. So, takeaway message, if you want to beat PointOne, let him build a Raider and let him play himself. Like a fiddle. Alright. That was a hilarious game. We've seen a complete switcheroo. How many times have we actually seen a switcheroo on a map this large, nonetheless? Holy crap. This is also... What? We're 43 minutes deep. I've barely started casting. Alright, I'm gonna cast another one for the backlog. That's gonna be that was highly entertaining. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks to whoever sent it to me. I think it was one of the players. And this was WTF indeed. Like, it would have needed an exclamation mark as well, but I don't think the OpenRA naming conventions allow for that. So, yeah, good hustle. That was excellent play and excellent timed micro display. Kappa Pride. Yeah. PointOne, by the way, is one of the RHL officials. One of the 2, I think, now, with NetNazgul being the other 50% of this dynamic power couple. And we're gonna see signups for RHL Season 8 very soon, so stay tuned for that. I'm definitely gonna post an announcement video about that, because I want some viewers of the channel. Yes, that includes you, Bobby. Like, what are the chances we're gonna have a Bobby in the viewers? Yes, I want you guys to sign up, and girls, obviously. Right, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. 5 Aces, out.
Battle control terminated.